Recording in progress. Hey legends, this is I Am Manifestation. I'm your conscious manifestation coach, Cerise, and I help you get out of your own way so you can manifest your version of an awesome fucking life. In today's video, I wanted to talk to you about instant manifestations. Why? Please stop watching videos on how to instantly manifest. The fact of the matter is, can you instantly manifest? Yes, you can. When it's something that you have an emotional attachment to, it's not that easy. It's that simple, but it's not that easy. Why? Because you've got a story that was processed through here, stored here, and is stuck on a loop. And if you don't do anything to address that, you're not going to get your manifestation. And even if you can, which is possible just with thoughts, you're still running off the same programming propelled by your stored memories that are stored as feelings that meant you couldn't have it in the past, or that will mean you won't be able to hold on to it because you're still the version of you that you were when you couldn't have it or hold on to it in the past. Not only that, but when you need something instantly, you're often putting so much pressure on it that you're freaking yourself out about having an opposing thought about it. You're freaking yourself out about what you say or do. You're acting from a place of fear that is backfiring. So you need to remember, you don't really manifest what you want. You manifest what you are. And if you are elevated with an out of whack nervous system, if you're anxious, like none of those things are things that someone who has the thing that they want effortlessly would be. None of those things are the things that someone who doesn't need to work and try and make things happen would be. So wanting something is different to needing, in my opinion, because you can already have something and want to keep it and want to build on it and nourish it and improve on it and continue to experience it. That's totally fine. But when you're coming from a place feeling like you need something, what is it that you feel you need from that thing, person, or situation? And start giving that shit to yourself. How can I give that to myself? What can I do that just gives me a generally good feeling that takes me out of this place of need and lack and desperation? It could be as simple as putting something on that makes you laugh, as opposed to sitting on the computer stalking people's Facebook pages to see who's tagged them in photos or misconstruing pictures of them with other people who could be just their flatmate or their friend's fucking sister or something. That is nothing. What can I do that feels better than checking my shop and seeing if anyone's bought shit off me yet? What can I do that feels better than checking my bank account constantly? What can I do that feels better than whatever activity you're finding yourself in that is bringing up your anxiety, making you stressed, making you angry, making you sad? What can I do instead? Flip your thoughts to be on a more positive trajectory, and then do those things. And they don't have to be big grandiose things. They don't have to be costly things. If you need something instantly, then you are not the version of you who already has it. Point blank, full stop, period. And when you are looking for how to manifest something instantly, you are projecting out that you don't have it. And again, even if you can get it in because you believe that that technique or method or whatever that someone's sharing that says you can have it in 30 seconds or 24 hours or whatever, it's only working because you believe it'll work. But again, your disbelief that you can keep it far outweighs whether or not you can have it or not. Your fear of losing it, that's still programmed here from some sort of loss or hardship or heartbreak or trauma in the past, is going to keep pushing things away even if you can get them in. You need to address that. You don't need to address it by delving deep into it and rehashing it. Simply by incorporating my cheat codes, you will naturally find that the weight of need and desperation and lack lifts significantly. You'll be less obsessively thinking about it. You won't need it. You'll still want it, and that's okay. Don't freak yourself out about like, oh, but I still want it. I have to pretend I don't want it or forget about it before I can have it. I'm not saying that. You can still want it, because you can still want things that you already have. Needing means you don't have it. Needing it is coming from a place of your nervous system telling you that you couldn't have something in the past that you wanted, whether it was something really small as a kid. It doesn't have to be a heavy trauma. Someone said no to you about something and you didn't like it, and you stored it as a memory, and it snowballed in all of the experiences that have brought up that feeling over the years. And then you keep associating your experiences with that to like confirm your subconscious belief that you can't have the things that you want. It can be literally that simple. So something that can also help is just telling yourself, I know that I feel like I need this thing because of something in the past that I couldn't have. But even if you can't think of a particular instance of that from childhood or whatever, you can just say it probably came from childhood. I'm an adult now. I get to choose. Nobody's choosing for me. I get to choose now. It is my life. It is my experience. And I know that I can have it. And so I'm going to give myself what evokes those feelings already. What can I do? Or give myself things that make me feel good in general so that when it does come in, I am ready. I think I mentioned this in the video that I just recorded for the previous week that was posted. I teach integrative law of assumption, which is already poo-pooed on by a lot of law of assumption people who are still caught up in the thoughts piece of it. Law of assumption and law of attraction are the same thing. They're just different manuals for conscious manifestation for different types of minds. When I understood conscious manifestation, finally, after stumbling across a modern interpretation of the law of assumption, because I had stumbled across some of Neville's stuff in the past and I couldn't understand what the fuck he was saying because he was from a different time. He spoke in a very old-timely way. When I came across a modern interpretation of it, it clicked. When I got comfortable with the concepts of the thoughts piece, I was then able to understand and intuitively kind of knew and was able to build on by watching law of attraction teachers like Abraham Hicks and Bashar. What I was thinking of, like, feelings are here for a reason, we're living a human experience, they were confirmed by that. I was able to understand how it all intertwines and works synergistically. The thoughts are the seed, yes. The feelings are there for a reason. I talk about this pretty much in all my videos. But the point of me going on that tangent was to say I'm going to bring up an Abraham Hicks thing now. Don't click away if you're here for law of assumption. It's the same fucking shit. Abraham Hicks talks about getting ready to be ready. And what does that mean? It means becoming the version of you, or the way I see it, remembering who the fuck you inherently are and have always been before anything or anyone came along and made you feel like you couldn't have what you wanted, made you doubt, question, disbelieve that you can have the things you want, right? When you're born as a baby, you're not born with any limiting beliefs. You can carry a bit of nervous system shit from your parents if your parents' nervous systems were out of whack. That's part of what is referred to as generational trauma or generational karma, depending on where you're looking at it from. But again, my cheat codes address that. And when you do the cheat codes, self-concept work, not just I am affirmations, but also how you treat yourself is how other people treat you. Nervous system regulation, which is releasing those stored memories that are stored as feelings that get stuck in a loop. And even though you're, on the surface sprinkling on all these new thoughts, underneath, the emotions are still there, propelling those thoughts out of the top of your vessel, however you want to look at it, right? Like, and unless you can constantly keep pouring these new thoughts in, they're not going to permanently stick. So you need to release the stored memories that are stored as feelings with nervous system regulation work. Do things that you enjoy so that you're not putting all the pressure on the thing that you want. So that when it comes in, you are so content with the life that you've built and the version of you that you have become, cool, calm, collected. So you're not operating from fear, doing any self-sabotaging shit. When the thing comes in that you want, you're not acting from fear that if you don't have that thing, then what are you going to have in your life, going on in your life, because you have nothing else going on? Oh, I have all these things that I enjoy doing that I started doing before that thing came along, and I'm going to keep doing them because I don't need anything to make me happy. I can make me happy, right? What you fill your own cup with is what overflows out and projects out into your world. Getting ready to be ready is why Abraham Hicks talks about that. Abraham Hicks talks about meditation, which I prefer nervous system regulation, but meditation can have the same effect for certain people, depending on what your previous experiences have been. nervous system regulation. Personally, for me, it works better because with nervous system regulation, I was actually able to visualize, which I didn't think was my tool. And it's not really my go-to tool. If I decide to use a tool to help me focus my thoughts, which is all the tools are, it's not the tools that are manifesting, it's the thoughts. But if I, ever need to, or as I'm falling asleep, I just like decide to visualize as I'm falling asleep about something, I can focus more now because my nervous system's calm. But I couldn't meditate before because I couldn't focus my thoughts because I was scattered because my nervous system was out of whack and it was propelling these thoughts in all fucking directions and I couldn't focus. And if I could focus, it was from a place of obsession and fear. If any of this is resonating, let me know. Give me a like, comment. And then don't just take in the information that I'm saying, but actually do it. I know I started this with like instant manifestation. It's all relevant. But I've gone off on my infamous tangents. So yeah, if you are watching this still to this point and haven't just clicked off the video because I'm not telling you how to get something instantly, because I want you to be able to actually hold on to the thing that you want. Firstly, I want you to be able to recognize whether or not you actually want that thing, person, or situation, which you'll only know if you're coming from a cool, calm, collected place and have your own life going on and are treating yourself how you want people to be treated, how you want people to treat you. And also, if you do still find that you want that thing, I want you to be able to keep it when it comes in. I don't want you to keep fucking yourself up here, mentally cock-blocking yourself, snowballing and building on these triggers and fears, making them worse and worse over time. So when you finally decide, actually, I need to do something differently, you don't have so much work to have to counteract. Stop falling into the instant fucking manifestation trap, because if it's something that truly does mean something to you with an emotional attachment, it's either not going to work or it's not going to stick around. That is all. Sign up for the no obligation to buy solid self-concept workshop waitlist for a 50% off code when it's released. Again, no obligation to buy. What do you have to lose to sign up to the waitlist? Then you can choose when it's released if you want it or not. And if you want it at that time, you get it half price. It's a no fucking brainer. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, please. It's much appreciated. It helps my channel grow so that I can reach as many people as possible so that they can actually not only manifest their version of an awesome fucking lives, but make those lives fucking sustainable. You're a fucking legend. Don't you ever forget it. And until next time, have a good one. Into this.